Good morning. My name is Rachel Kaufman, and I am the school librarian at R.H. Fulmer Middle School in West Columbia, South Carolina. I appreciate your time and consideration on this project to increase student achievement in the area of reading and literacy. One of the limited ways our school connects with our students and their families is through a summer reading extravaganza night where we promote book suggestions for students to read over the summer, and they are available to purchase at the book fair that is held at the end of the school year. The students and families who attend this event in the evening are mostly families who are not at risk. These are the students who read often and have their parents' support at home to foster literacy and learning. Before I get into sharing a little more about our at-risk students, I would like to address the problems this idea can resolve. Based upon data from state assessments and common assessments administered by teachers, at-risk students lack reading skills. Most at-risk students don't read over the summer also. Therefore, they are not taken to the public library over the summer, resulting in their skills decreasing. And our school could be more involved with the community. So what happens to these students over the summer who are considered at risk? If you are a part of our annual tour of where our students live bus ride at the beginning of the school year, where all faculty and staff members ride school buses that take them to see where our students live, then you would see what happens. The houses, in a way, serve as a persona where we can put a home to a face. This short journey allows for us to learn where our students come to us from, and it emphasizes our need to provide school as a safe and comfortable learning environment. Again, I ask the question, so what happens to these students over the summer? Oftentimes, if you stroll through their neighborhoods on any given day, you will see them outside playing basketball, talking with friends, or riding bikes. Some of them, on the other hand, are inside playing video games. Reading is at the bottom of some of their lists of must-dos for summer plans. To give you a little more background information about some of our students who are in the at-risk category, of the 642 students Fulmer Middle School serves, 73% of these at-risk students are on free and reduced meal plans. For some of them, focusing on what they are going to eat for their next meal takes a precedence over figuring out what books they will read next. Therefore, having faculty and staff members bring the books and book kits with activities to these families in their neighborhoods on the summer reading book bus is a venture our school could partake in so that we can reach out to our at-risk students and their families while encouraging reading and helping students retain skills over the summer. Having teachers, administrators, and other staff members interact with our students and family members can cultivate school-to-home relationships that are an important aspect of the school community. These interactions include not only book talks to promote the books students can read, but conversations that allow students to see faculty and staff members as real people. Likewise, faculty and staff members can learn more about their students. These relationships formed will build trust that will lead to positive learning experiences during the school year. The Casey West Columbia Public Library branch staff members who collaborate with our school are also people who would like to support this endeavor by working with the faculty and staff members to put together engaging activities that connect to the books available for the students to check out over the summer. They would also like to meet us in the neighborhoods when we conduct book talks and interact with the students and families. By reading and completing the activities, students will increase their reading skills, vocabulary, and they will also retain information better. Having an end of the summer block party where music, games, and even a water balloon contest can serve as an incentive for the students and families who participated in the summer reading book bus program. To further validate the need for this project, besides sharing with you background information about our at-risk students' home lives, I would like to share with you some of the results I received from a survey that students took about the possibility of this program being implemented in their neighborhoods. Please keep in mind that only 9 students answered these questions because it's summertime and not seeing these students every day in school is difficult to retrieve a larger amount of students to further solidify the need for this project. Out of the 9 students surveyed, 4 students answered that they would read books over the summer if they were brought to them. 2 answered that they maybe would, and 2 students answered that they would not. For a few of these students, I know based upon having them as my students, that they just don't like to read, period. So hopefully the block party at the end of the summer would entice these students and the others to read and participate in the lessons and activities in the kits. For another question, 5 students answered yes, 1 student answered maybe, and 3 students answered no in regards to being more likely to read over the summer if an incentive was provided. I think the students who chose no ties back into them just not liking to read. 5 students answered maybe, 2 students answered yes, and 2 students answered no to the question about being more motivated to read if faculty and staff members brought and talked about high-interest books. Having 7 out of the 9 students be in support or possible support of this shows that they wouldn't mind having us talk with them in their neighborhoods about engaging books. Most at-risk students are at home during the day. Therefore, reaching them by school bus during the day should not be a problem. Parents often ask for supportive materials during meetings. For this reason, the kits with lessons and activities will provide parents with easy-to-use and already planned activities to have their children do, and they can participate with them too. Posting updates on social media accounts, the school website, and sending reminders out by phone will advertise the dates, time, and location of our visits. Public library members will offer additional support by assisting with kits and meeting us at the neighborhoods to interact with families. Our school will measure the progress of this project by the number of students and parents who have positive reviews on the evaluation form at the end of the summer reading book bus program. We will also measure the impact by the number of families in attendance at the end of the summer block party to celebrate reading progress and to fellowship with the students and families. For the funding of this project, we would use funds from our annual general school budget and the annual library budget to purchase multiple copies of the books students will check out from us, since an allotment is set aside each year for purchasing books. We would need additional funding, possibly through grants, to assist with purchasing some activities and lessons for those that are not teacher-created. Other costs to consider are paying the school bus driver, money for gas that is used in the bus, water balloons to be used at the block party, and materials for the learning kits such as large Ziploc bags, interactive materials, and paper for instructions. The journey of the summer reading book bus visits matters as much as the destination. This journey is twofold for participants. Through community outreach, school members are a part of the journey by connecting and building relationships with students and families by fostering a literacy and learning environment for families. Students are a part of the journey by not only learning from and building relationships with school members and their own family members, but also the journey that books can take them on, thus creating a future where the possibilities for success are endless.